Hi, I'm Blake Luken, founder of GoodSky, and I want to thank you for being part of the GoodSky community. In this video, we'll walk you through the features and functionality of community groups. My hope is that GoodSky helps you build deeper connection with your supporters, improves collaboration, and ultimately expands your community's reach and impact. Thank you. All right, so as I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about groups on GoodSky. So as I log in, and to get to this point and to get to groups, you do have to have a user account. So that's step one. If you haven't done that yet, go and create your user account. I'll create another video on that so you can answer those questions and guide you. But assuming if you're at this point, you already have a profile and account set up and you're here. So when you log in, you're going to sort of see your homepage or your dashboard. This is kind of where everything comes together, your full activity feed of the different communities you're a part of and the different members you're connected with would show up here. But for groups, I'm going to go up to Communities tab, and there's really two types of communities that we have. There's groups, and then there's partnerships. Really the only difference is for partnerships, groups can actually be a part of them. And as an admin of a group, you can post in a partnership as the group. So you can think of a chamber of commerce, which is a type of organization that's going to have not only members, but organizations also make up their membership. So if I want to get a little bit more marketing and branding out of my involvement in a chamber, I might be inclined to go and post as my business or my organization, or just as myself, depending on what the topic is and what I'm covering. But for today, we're talking about groups. So when you go to groups, you'll see all of the groups and their subgroups listed out here. This is a searchable way to kind of find different communities and groups in your area or groups that serve missions or businesses that you want to follow and support the good that they do in the community. But for this stage, most of you are probably going to be adding your communities and creating it. So if you click Create Group, it's going to take you here where you can just put in your group name, put in a description, GoodSky org, and then you have visibility options. So for visibility, there's 3 options, and this is true for any type of community. So there's groups, there's subgroups, and I'll get to that here, and there's partnerships and sub-partnerships, which is a subgroup to the partnership. And all of them have the option to be public, private, or hidden. If it's public, and there's a little note down here that explains it, if it's public, anybody can join, anybody can view. So when I open a public group, whether I'm a member or not, I'm going to be able to see the activity feed. I'm going to be able to see who's members of it, basically everything except for workspace pages. Again, I'll get to what those are here in a minute. But in any community, to access the workspace pages, you'll need to be a member. So if it's public, all I have to do is click join and I'm in and I'll be able to see it. It's very easy. If it's private, I'll be able to see the activity feed, basically see everything except for the workspace pages in order to join that group and participate. So if I want to post, if I want to connect and collaborate within that group, I would need to request it, in which an admin or moderator of that group can accept or decline my request to join. And then if it's hidden, you can't see anything. You can see the group exists and that's it. And the only way to be a part of it is if an admin or moderator invites you. And I'll show you that here, but they'll have the opportunity to send you an invite, which you would get a notification, and then you'd be able to go and accept or decline that invite. So I'm going to go to an existing group, just since I already have it, and there's some data in here to see. And when I log in, you'll see basically, again, this is a dashboard similar to what you see on the homepage, but specific to this group. As a admin of the group, so when you go to members, you'll see I'm an admin. I have the option to post as the group. So like this post here, you can see that GoodSky posted it as an admin. If there's multiple admin, all of them have the opportunity to post as that group. So that's a feature of the permissions that you have. Or I could post as myself, hi GoodSky team, and which case, that post will, let me refresh it here, will show as, as the user who posted it, myself. And it will show that it was posted in GoodSky. So if I'm connected with somebody, and if I'm connected with another user and they're on their homepage, they would see that I posted inside this group. unless it was a hidden group, in which case they wouldn't see it because it's private personal material or content. But if it's private or public, they could see that I posted in there. You've got the option to like, comment, share, similar to most social media and that type of features. When I go to the About tab, so this is going to be that description we put in, what is this organization? What do you want people to know about it when they come to it? There are awards. So let's say, for example, the partnership. I'm part of the Chamber of Commerce, so maybe they give me, Organization of the Year award or something like that they're giving out to their organization members. It would show here. And then also there is the community impact, and this comes from the app. So for example, I'll go into events here and talk a little bit about that, and probably need to make a whole video on that, but I registered as a volunteer through the app on behalf of GoodSky. So I was representing GoodSky when I volunteered, which means these hours not only show on my profile, they're also going to show on the GoodSky profile because I volunteered on behalf of them. Same with all of these. If we're sponsoring events or hosting events or, and basically all of your members that do that will roll up here. And it's really a way to show how you as a group are giving back to your community. So we have subgroups. And again, these are focused child groups of the parent. And, same thing basically when you create it, you basically have the same options as creating a group. And when I go into this, you're going to see it's basically the same exact thing as a group. Basically, the only difference is who's a member of it. So this is going to be a little bit more focused. This is probably where you're going to want to start thinking about privacy, maybe make it a private or a hidden group. If it's a board members group, if it's a leadership team group, you don't want everybody seeing all the activity and everything about that. So maybe that's where you put in some of those more privacy features. So that's subgroups. And then I talked about members here, but when you create a group, you're automatically an admin. When you join a group, you are just a member by default, but an admin can come in here and set it. They can make you a moderator. They can make you an admin. And basically that just gives you rights to what you can do. For example, to access settings, you have to be an admin. Moderators can help post, can manage the memberships and that type of stuff to help out. And then you can give out titles. So if you give a title, you can call it whatever you want, and that user gets that. And not only do they have it here, but they can showcase it on their profile as well. You go to my profile here and you'll see the founder. I'm a board member, and you can actually rank these. And again, I'll do another video on this, but when somebody sees your membership card, what do you want them to see? What do you want them to see about you? What are the most important things, the top 3 that stand out? And maybe that's, that you're a board member. Maybe that's you're ambassador of the year or something like that. That you can showcase. Now for events, I don't have events here, but when you create an event, you have, and I'll do another video on this as well, but you really have a few options. There's a lot of options in here, but in terms of how events would show on a group profile page, if you host it, so a person, me as a user, I can host an event, or as an organization or a community, I can host an event. So here, and you have to be an admin of the event to be able to host it. So I can't just go host an event on behalf of some random group. I'm just an admin of all of these, so that's why I have a bigger list here. So if I am the host of GoodSky, or if they select me as a sponsor or a beneficiary. So if I'm sponsoring an event or benefiting from the event, then they will show up in my events, so your community knows that, hey, we're giving back, or we're benefiting, or we're a part of this event. That will all show on the group events profile page here. So for partnerships, again, I've gone into this. This is basically just where it lists them out, shows you where you're involved, if you're involved in different organizations, alliances, if maybe you're a chapter to a larger organization, something like that, it will show here. Again, as an admin, I'll be able to accept or decline those if I have an invitation to join a partnership, or I can leave that partnership as well here. For media, this is just where it consolidates all the images and videos. If your community members are posting in the activity feed, they will save here, so you can always have access to that for your marketing and your use to use those photos. You can create different folders if you're at an event and you want your users to post pictures of themselves at the event. All that gets saved here for you. And then we do have workspace pages, and these are, again, as an admin or moderator, I can create pages. As a member, I can interact with the pages and edit them and use them. But there's different workspace page types. So there's documents. This is basically like a Word document. You can create tables similar to like an Excel table. There's Kanban boards, which are project management tools. There's a calendar, and this is a calendar that is more private to the group. So only group members can interact, can see it, can engage with it, or subgroup members, where you probably don't want everybody to log in and see that, just only members of your group or subgroup. Whereas the events up here, or the events tab here, it might be a little confusing, but that's for everyone to see. You can control an event, who can sign up, how many attendees, volunteers, and all of that, but it's still going to be visible to everybody. So this is more of like a personal calendar for the group, not something for everyone to have access to. There's a file collection, so think Google Drive, that type of file sharing. If you want your users to be able to come in and see certain documents or have access and upload documents, that's where they can access it. And we have a fundraising goals one, which creates a leaderboard, allows you to track fundraising goals and kind of gamify it. And a lot of this goes to gamifying your participation of your group members or community members. And also on this, just one note, as we grow, these are really what I'm looking for feedback on. So if there's a certain page type out there that you would like to have, please let me know. And in fact, you can join the GoodSky group and actually come to our project management or Kanban board here, and you can just create it. So say new page type, whatever it is you want, and you can go and edit this, add a description. You can assign it to me, and I'll start working on it and let you know when it's ready. So please do that. Please come here. You can add it directly right here, and I'll see it and work on it. And then as an admin, I've got access to the settings page. Again, only admin will be able to even see this option, but in here you can add your profile image, your cover photo, your general settings. You can see awards or give out awards to members if you want to. And that again shows on their profile along with titles. And you can also access your storage management. And this is kind of how you control data, what subgroups and child can have so much access to data, and just kind of manage your storage settings. So that's basically a quick overview of groups. I hope that's clear and makes sense. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and let me know. And I look forward to seeing you on GoodSky. Thank you.